rolled out of bed after 30 minutes of catching up on the important things, and then off on another drive to manage some social media. Sometimes the posts they make me write knot my stomach up real bad, real mean. But that's nothing a $20 sandwich delivered directly my mouth can't fix. I know I'm doing important things and making the world a better place. And that's what matters most. Some bad traffic today, like yesterday and the day before, and it takes about 10 minutes longer than it used to. When they finish that freeway lane they've been working on for 3 years, it'll be all better. Time to myself isn't so bad though. I've got my podcast friends to keep me comfortable. I wonder what their take is on the important things are today. They sure finished clearing that block of restaurants I used to love quickly. And that new co-working space is already built and ready to open. I bet it'll have some cool chairs. Maybe my boss will let me work some afternoons there. I hope I can sit in cool chairs. It's so great to see so much new construction in my city. Close parking spots are already taken. I can't even find one of the 2-hour meters. Guess I gotta try the red zone and hope I don't get towed this time. Jeez. Looks like that homeless guy's put some serious work into his for it. It's taken up at least 2 spots now. And this mountain of garbage bleeds into another. Gotta admire his enterprising spirit in the face of such an unjust world. Homeless have been getting really bad this year. We really need to help those things. The governor said to vote for new property taxes to house them. It's a really important thing. It's not like I'm going to be paying property tax any time. Things have to get better soon. We're on the right side of history. The senator I've seen my entire life will make sure of that this election. Right? What was I talking about? Sometimes my brain's attention span isn't so good. I can't really remember what happened last week. The convictions I held then flit away when it's agreeable for me to forget. My brain spends about 1/3 of my caloric intake at the speed of electricity to keep the bad thoughts at bay. And that's a good thing.
Wretched fiends wish to have a conversation about mental illness. True mental illness is poisoning children in mind, body, and spirit, convincing them they are not but disease and discharge. Mental illness is selling greed and gluttony and pride, cloying false pleasures that bewitch us for 108,000 seasons of torment. Sickness is trapping souls in boxes with nothing but their own torture devices, like some twisted phylactery, shoved so deep in Plato's cavernous asshole that we will never claw our way out and feel sunshine upon us again. That you would deign us so unworthy of the dignity that unites all human spirit, because you have lost your humanity. You forsook it when we languished for the basest fulfillment, and you rebuked us again and again. We withered as our loved ones turned to dust, out of sight, shackled, not even allowed a final touch. Children who have spent more of their lives inebriated on experimental concoctions and sober with clarity of mind, blinding them from taking a look at the ruinous waste that was once their lives until they fear it is too late, and instead convince them to fling themselves from cliff after cliff in rituals of psychic abuse until they are naught but a stain on the canyon floor, slowly slipping from collective memory of the greatness they once inhabited. Or worse yet, these children become revenants and turn this fury back upon those undeserving, encumbered by horrific visages in the shadows so that they know not where their true enemies lie. And after the rubble and dust settles, we survivors are told we can only clap more chains upon ourselves. And oh, how you smile when those you've possessed and corrupted are loosed on us like rabid hounds with eyes bulging, teeth gnashing, retching bile, ravenous to crunch the bones of the righteous. I take solace only in that it is not my God who will be left boiling in semen and excrement, but you. And you will be set fire 2,392 times for each wrongdoing. The only pleasure I take in this is the knowing that the hatred you bring and infect upon Westphalia has no place here and will be banished. God always wins. It was elementary school, and The Matrix had just come out. And despite the fact that none of my friends had seen it, we were gearing up for recess. We knew the score. We loaded our pockets with a variety of Crayola markers and anything else we could fashion into make-believe guns, and headed out to the trees that bordered the soccer field. After some time of jumping around, doing what we thought was our best impression of Neo, we noticed Mark, our retarded friend, gazing into the distance, apparently lost in thought, or whatever it is that goes on in tarred brains. I was always told he had Down syndrome, but looking back at it, it's clear that wasn't the case. He had none of the features typical of it, and if anything, he had the skull shape and facial features of Diddy Kong. While he was distracted, Chris uncapped one of his pens and drew a mark on the back of Mark's neck. Nothing. He went again, and a few more, and was stifling his typically embarrassing guffaw. He beckoned to me so I could look at his handiwork, and about half a dozen streaks now in several colors stained his neck. I took out some of my pens and added to it, both of us enjoying the game as Mark now wandered, blissfully unaware. Chris decided to up the ante. "Hey Mark, we should draw up some war paint." Mark obliged, always eager to partake or take control of whatever games we were playing. So we started drawing circles around his eyes, X's on his cheeks, and more. "How's it look?" "Dude, it's looking awesome," we said in our glee. I don't know when we would have stopped. His face was utterly covered in all manners of shapes and colors that would not wash without hours of scrubbing, when I spotted his aide running across the field, aghast at what we were doing. It wasn't until that point that a great sense of panic and shame washed over me in the gravity of realizing just how stupid something was that you had done, a feeling that happens often in childhood. It was one of the few times I got sent to the office. Fortunately, my principal was a softie, in both spirit and body. And I remember when this dumpy hag of a woman was questioning us, trying to probe us to understand why we did what we did. In truth, I didn't really have an answer. We had brought the markers out to play gun games. "I remember playing gun games when I was a kid, too," she tried to relate to us. But I didn't buy it even then. I don't know what this ruin did when she was young, but she wasn't playing gun games. I walked out of there without punishment. But I do have to spend the rest of my life remembering one of my most shameful acts, taking advantage of a vulnerable friend when I knew better, leaving him looking like he played tic-tac-toe with his own face.
Sorry. Deprivation chamber disengaged. Would you like to explore additional ministrations? Accessing featured options. Loading. Still loading? Goods. Man milk, on tap, 33% BERTO credit discount this week only. Stained Hanes. Pocari Sweat, au natural. Disco Crisco. Enhancements. GHB. Uppers. Downers. Gas station Viagra. Organic Viagra. Quaaludes. Herbal Boozy enhancers. Manual services. Deep tissue manhandler. Express edger. Gold hold and fold. Gold hold and fold. The latest technique from BERTO Industries. Is sure to get every kink in, then out of your body, resulting in limberness like a teenager. Finishing with a special coat of vitamin D, will get you degreased, buffed, waxed, and a polishing like never before. Selection confirmed. Intensity level? Maximum intensity selected. Yay. Let's dig in. Warning. Vitamin D tank is running low. Selection confirmed. Would you like? Warning. Mechanical fail. Selection confirmed. Gold hold and fold initiating. Sit back and really relax. Please, have a fantastic day. Warning. Man milk gutters at 80% capacity. Man milk gutters at 90%. 100%. 110. 120. Staff alarm activated. Please say, Major Private, stop alarm if you would prefer privacy.